So, my good friend Trevor Jenkins, you've had a bit of a busy time of late, haven't you? Tell us all about what you've been up to in the last week or so.
Funny thing is, where we are now, I was literally here a week ago with Tara before we did the project Wingman at East Grinstead Hospital, Queen Victoria. I stopped in here for a quick coffee, trying to tell Tara about my first flight, which was going to be to Tel Aviv. Call it extended leave if you like, but it was yeah, it's been quite an interesting week. I literally only come back a few days ago, but I feel like I've lived the experience of a good 10 years.
Well, hang on, you went to Tel Aviv on, let's say it was a Monday.
It was a Monday.
So
Monday
you're all nice and relaxed, because
yeah,
I remember chatting to you, you were sitting around the pool, everything's nice and calm, no dramas, and then kind of what ensued a few hours later was...
Well, we heard this strange whirring, whining noise, and at first we thought it was last orders at the bar, and it wasn't, and the locals were pushing us out, which we used to in pub culture anyway.
But like Sharkies,
Sharkies, get out. But no, they were determined to get us into this very small room, a bit like Sharkies, and then they told us that we were being bombed, and so suddenly our whole dining experience became very, very different.
Yeah,
really different.
But what else did they? Because luckily they did look after you, the hotel staff over there. So what kind of like fruits of the establishment did you enjoy?
Well, I enjoyed every fruits and the buffet as well. No, we were really looked after. I mean, incredibly well. But also, I must say, the absolute calmest. The nationals were so calm during the day. It was if it hadn't even happened, but it was only at night time when the sort of sirens went and the rockets, apart from one occasion, and I did a quick podcast from there where it was a daylight raid and we had to go into the shelter. So yeah.
So what was the communication like with back home, with what was going on, what the plans were to get you obviously out of Tel Aviv to like a safe place? Because all joking aside, I mean we were watching from like back home. And it looked carnage. I mean, the missiles were flying over, and the aircraft, and obviously with the buildings getting demolished and stuff. It was pretty grim.
Well, I was very lucky. The company made a good call very quickly. Made a decision very quickly. Initially delayed, postponed for 24 hours, and then they could see how serious the situation was, so they literally just delayed it for the next 2 days. While they worked on a plan for us, and then. They did, and then we were transported to Cyprus, El Al. Again, really looked after on the.
How long was that flight time?
That flight time, it was only 40 minutes.
Oh, right, no,
really quite quick.
So what was
the check-in was way longer.
But what was the atmosphere like? Because I know you remember telling us, but we need to tell like obviously our viewers. What was the kind of like atmosphere like with the crew, like obviously when you were taken off from Tel Aviv?
Well, this is where the experience of the crew kicked in, because in fact, 3 of us almost didn't get onto the flight at all. Wow. It was oversold. So a fellow crew member, Tim, and the captain, we volunteered straight away. But it didn't matter, as it happened, we all got on anyway. But the organisation was fantastic. The crew, second to none. Really calm. No prima donnas. Everyone sort of knew what had to be done. And the main thing they did, which I was really impressed with, is kept each other's morale going. As soon as somebody started to drop a bit, everyone came to their rescue and started to look after them. It was really good.
But like, I mean, you told me earlier, like about you weren't fully at ease until you kind of cleared the airspace in Israel.
Well, that was more of a, I felt like I was fine, but I must admit, as soon as I saw the sea and the Israeli coastline, and we were leaving it, there was a big sense of relief. And I'm not even sure if I even told you this bit. We were escorted out, not to our knowledge, but we were escorted out by a jet fighter because we were an older 737, and it didn't have the heat deflectors for heat-seeking missiles.
Oh wow!
But I did not know that until we landed into Cyprus.
Oh my goodness! Right. So I mean, so you land into Cyprus. Off to the hotel. Did the bus pick you up from the airport, take you to the hotel?
Considering it's a place we don't go to, we were so looked after. The buses and taxis were there waiting for us. took us to the most gorgeous hotel, and it was a real sense of wow, and sort of, I mean, we were a bit exhausted from the day, so there was a bit of everyone was a bit hyperactive, you know, just a sense of relief, but it was good. I really did enjoy it.
So was it 3 days you were in Cyprus for before you got the flight back?
Yeah, 3 nights there, in gorgeous weather. I don't think any of us expected to see the Mediterranean this year. So it was very nice, very surreal, but very well looked after, and it seemed strange being back here now.
Yeah.
So I'm still getting, because literally I had 1 day off and I had to come and meet you as well. But obviously we've got to do the COVID testing on days 2, 5 and 8. So I've got to make sure I remember to do that.
So who got you back home then? Which carrier brought you back?
BA brought us back, and I must say, absolutely fantastic. The CDL, is it CDL? Who's their manager? Their cabin manager and their lead came out to meet us in the departure gate, and it was so nice. And top marks to BA for the airline and their crew. Absolutely fantastic.
Well, welcome home, safe and sound, Trevor. I've got to say as well though, this was your first flight in how long as well?
This was literally my first flight back since September, and I don't think it's a flight I'm going to
Trevor loves a drama.
I don't love a drama. Well, even if I didn't, I was still put into one anyway.
Yeah.
So but it was good to be back. It's still, because I literally had 1 day off where I was very tired, and literally had to come down and meet you.
Yeah.
We haven't seen you since last September.
Yeah, true.
In the flesh, but it's been good. But it's we've been kept very busy these last 2 days.
Absolutely.
Down there, so I haven't had too much time to think about it.
I mean, just to fill in our viewers what we've been doing over the last couple of days, it's been so full on, but it's been amazing. We've caught up with like Gary and Jess Ogden down in Arundel near the castle at their amazing shop, find out what they've been doing. We've got some amazing footage. And then over to Portsmouth area for Pointless Plants to see Nathan and Jane. Had a good catch up with her. We've done quite a lot of filming there as well. And then yesterday, we were fortunate enough to meet up with Nick Williamson, who's got his own film studio in Crawley. Ex-crew, again, doing amazing things with his wonderful team. And just, we did quite a lot of footage there. And then to put the cherry on the cake, we got the call from Craig Krieger, who was ex-CEO of Virgin Atlantic up until 2018, and we managed to do a fantastic show with Craig Krieger yesterday, which I'm still buzzing from. Actually, such a nice guy. Gave us a really good interview, quite personal as well, you know, covered so many different things. And today we're here at Joe & Co Cafe restaurant. It is Joe & Co, isn't it?
It is Joe & Co, and what we're doing here, our fellow presenter Tara Pancho, to see what she's doing when she's not being crew. She's going to have a little show us around.
See you soon, guys.